In the following dramatization, notice how a brother reacts to a perceived injustice, and thereafter, how he sows peace with his brothers.
First time we met David, we were in chains.
I'd seen a lot of things during my time as a guard, but nothing like the peace that you all had.
Prison chains may be strong, but we all had something much stronger.
But we had to work for that peace. Right, Phil?
That's right. See, there was a misunderstanding that got blown all out of proportion, and I didn't handle it the best. The more I tried to defend myself, the worse it became. Brothers, there must be some mistake. This isn't true. You know me. I wasn't prepared for how far I would go.
There's one more announcement. Brother Philip Kim is no longer serving as an elder. Well, that brings our meeting to a close.
The next few months were a real struggle. But when more details came to light, I thought I'd be reappointed. But I wasn't. I couldn't understand why.
Phil, come on.
I felt bitterness growing inside. Everything became about me, how I felt, what I deserved. It was like a fog that stopped me from seeing what Jehovah deserved. And I really needed his help. I found comfort in accounts of Jehovah's servants who were either misunderstood or misjudged, but maintained their loyalty to him. They helped me realize that it's a privilege just to be in Jehovah's organization. Being at peace with my brothers was more important than any appointed position. Without peace, I don't know how we could have managed what was to come. Arthritis bad today? And I'll be your secretary, just like Barak was to Jeremiah.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Thank you so much, governing body, for making these dramatizations. You are doing my work for me here. What can I say? We're just getting depiction after depiction showing how human this organization is. If I were a Jehovah's Witness in the audience, especially a Jehovah's Witness who'd never been an elder, at this point I would really be struggling, because what we're seeing here is an uncharacteristically realistic portrayal of what the Jehovah's Witness organization is like on a congregation level. This is exactly what happens. Anyone who's been an elder will tell you, this is exactly what happens behind closed doors. You have exactly the same politics and infighting and arguments and controversies in meetings of elders as you would have in any boardroom or in any hierarchy of any organization. It's a completely human organization. But when you're a rank and file member, when you're an ordinary congregation publisher, or let's say a pioneer, you're not supposed to know this. you have this impression in your mind of elders being in harmony with one another, of meetings of elders being blissfully serene, and just exchanges between these wise men who are doused with Holy Spirit because they've been apparently appointed by the Holy Spirit. Of course, when they meet together, they're supposed to get along, aren't they? That's why the Holy Spirit chose them. So when you're an ordinary Jehovah's Witness, you just assume that by and large, elders just get along with each other. And then, speaking from experience, you become an elder, which obviously you're not allowed to do if you're a woman. That's another story. But you become an elder, and then you see, whoa, the reality is completely different. And actually, I might as well be in an office building working at a worldly company. That's how much backbiting and infighting and politics I'm seeing here. So again, thank you, governing body, for dispelling this myth and creating a whole load of cognitive dissonance in the minds of Jehovah's Witnesses, many of whom for the first time are having to grapple with the concept of their body of elders being just as prone to tension and disharmony as any worldly group of men.
In the following dramatization, please notice how an elder sows peace.
But you know, there's more to the story. Phil didn't know just how tense things were between Tim and I.
No idea.
We never talked. I mean, really talked about it. Until it was too late. Look, we need to talk. I think we need to seriously reconsider Phil's qualifications. You know he's not the type of brother that would...
Enough. Enough about Phil. Look, I know he's your friend.
Friend?
But the body agreed that
Friend?
you're no longer qualified to serve.
Friend? He's worked with us for years.
The body decided unanimously that he should no longer serve.
Because you pushed them.
Excuse me?
It's enough that we have those outside the congregation putting pressure on us. We do not need more in here.
Seriously think?
The conversation, the argument, it was terrible. We both said things we didn't mean.
And after that, we both handled the situation poorly. We need to make things right. It wasn't easy, but we talked it out.
And we made peace. With Jehovah's help.
Can you imagine what it would have been like in that cell block if we hadn't?
We finally told Phil the whole story once we were all roommates.
Wow.
You ready?
Let's go sing.
In dark, stormy seas, God's people are living in peace. With our eyes of faith, we see beyond the clouds and know that the storm soon will cease. To the ends of the earth, there'll be peace at last.
Again, I hate to bang on about this, but what were they thinking? I think this dramatization, and arguably the one on the Saturday afternoon involving Haley and Emily, this material slots right in under the adage, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. So in this case, I can understand sort of what's been going through the minds of the writers and the teaching committee when it comes to elders and elders meetings and the tensions between elders and the infighting and politics, etc. You have excellent fodder for dramatic material. It's a brilliant narrative to work with if you're trying to entertain people, if you're trying to create gripping, tense dramas that will hold the attention of a mostly mature audience. But they haven't thought through what this will be doing psychologically to Jehovah's Witnesses, especially since, again, they're doing this stuff back to back. They're doing back-to-back dramatizations of, again, Jehovah's Witnesses behaving badly. And in this case, they're showing millions of Jehovah's Witnesses the man behind the curtain. They are freely admitting to the convention audience, millions of Jehovah's Witnesses around the world, yes, bodies of elders fight. Yes, elders go at each other and slam doors and shout at each other and get all riled up with each other in exactly the same way as anyone would in any worldly organization. And yes, therefore, there's nothing really special about spirit-appointed elders. So yes, again, thank you, governing body, for completely destroying the illusion that many Jehovah's Witnesses previously had about elders being in harmony.